Well, after Arsenal beating United by 3 goals to 2 at the Emirates, the win came in late, but nevertheless, they really secured that win and they are all up there jubilating because they are 5 points ahead of Man City, leading or topping the Premier League table. They are going to face Man City and they are playing away at Etihad. This is one of the most anticipated games of the season. Though it's a knockout tournament, the FA Cup, it's really going to paint a picture on where Arsenal has reached on really going ahead to torment the lives of these huge and big teams in the Premier League. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. Good afternoon, guys. It's going to be a very good, beautiful game we are going to watch as Arsenal really takes on a side known as Man City away at Etihad. Man City to reach this round knocked out Chelsea 4 goals to 0. That's how it really came to the ending. I think it was Phil Foden, Riyad Mahrez scoring a brace. Was it even Haaland on the score sheet? Then Arsenal knocked out a team known as Oxford. They scored 3 goals with Edin Ketia scoring a brace and Elneny breaking the dreadlock in the 65th minute of the game. Rokani David is my name. Smash the like button and congratulations to everyone watching in and everyone that is really continuing to subscribe to this channel. We hit 11,000 subscribers, guys. So let's continue to subscribe so that we reach 11,100 until we reach 12,000. I know in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks we might hit 20,000 subscribers because the way you guys are subscribing, it's really out of this world. It's really out of this world. It's unheard of, and that shows that you're really enjoying the content and really coming for you. And obviously, it's always nice to be talking to you and going ahead to do this game of football so that I really talk to you every day because, you know, talking to you is really something great, and presenting to you and you guys come out here and review these stories. It's really something nice for us here onto the Rokani Media Football. Now, yesterday, Carabao Cup, United beat Nottingham Forest by 3 goals to 0. So next week on Wednesday, they are really going to do the replay, not the replay, the return leg. It's called the return leg at Old Trafford. Then after, Newcastle will be playing on Tuesday against Southampton. So by the end of Wednesday next week, we'll be knowing who are really going to be playing in the finale at Wembley on the 26th of February 2023. So let's go to the knockout tournament. You know, this game between Arsenal and Man City is one of those games that we've been waiting for. That's it. It's going to be having an element of who is the new superior of English football. However much, it's not going to be played in the Premier League because that of the Premier League is going to be played on the 15th. That doesn't take out the tension. That doesn't take out the excitement in this game or from this game. This game is still relevant because this is going to be like an eye-opener of the 2 remaining games that Arsenal is going to play Man City. Remember, in the first round, Arsenal never played City. On the day they were going to play City, they refixed the fixture of PSV. Remember, Arsenal was going to play PSV in the week where the Queen passed on. So that match never took place. So they're having 2 fixtures in the Premier League to play. The first one is going to be played on the 15th of February after Valentine's Day. Then this one of the FA Cup tie came in through after Arsenal beat Oxford by 3 goals to 2 and Man City beat Chelsea by 4 goals to 0. Now Arsenal found itself drawn with Man City. And if I told you a team like Arsenal, you wouldn't like to have such a fixture this time, especially in the 4th round of the FA Cup when the likes of Manchester United are really facing teams like Reading. You see? So I believe after facing Oxford, you would love to go ahead and really face another team like maybe Leicester City or Reading, name it. But talking about us, let's talk about Man City, because for Man City it's worse because they first played Chelsea in the 3rd round, but the beauty is that all these games have been drawn at their home, Etihad, and then they've drawn against Arsenal. So, and for Arsenal's side, they might find it unfair. Reason being, at least one of those games have been at home. Oxford was played away. Man City, they're going to be playing away. So it shows you that already City is having a slight advantage. But in this game of football, things have changed. Your home support doesn't help if at all your players don't come out and really portray what you want to be portrayed in the field of play, because you see in the Champions League, the way goals rule was really ruled out because they now believe that teams can really travel from home, go away, and really win. So that is it. And let's get into what we call the predicted starting 11. And one thing I really want to let you know about that every time Arsenal has gone to knock out Man City from the FA Cup, they've gone ahead to win what we call the FA Cup. That's it. In 1971, 2017, and 2020. All those three occasions when Arsenal eliminated the Citizens, they've gone ahead to win the trophy, and that might pan out the way this time around because they're facing them in the fourth round, meaning that we are having close to 32 teams left. After the fourth round, we are left with how many rounds? I think like 3-4 rounds to reach the final, and then Arsenal might find themselves lifting this title. So let's get into what we call the predicted starting 11. And Mikel Arteta came out and we talked about this game. He talked about the players of Arsenal that are really away. Gabriel Jesus is away. Don't expect him to play. He's going to return on the 25th of February when Arsenal is playing Leicester City. Then El Nini, an injury that we thought was really easy and simple, has been confirmed as a long-term injury that has forced Arsenal to go into the market to look out for midfielder. You've seen them going for McKennie, Caicedo, Onana. They are in for which other player? I've forgotten his name. Zubimendi and very many others. So it shows you how it is hard for Arsenal to go on without El Nini, because that means the midfield options, they are left with Sambi Lokonga only as a CDM, yet Arteta looks like he does not trust him. And the injury of El Nini forced Mikel Arteta to reject his loan move that was proposed by a team known as Monaco playing in the French League 1. That's it. So, after that, for Man City, Ruben Diaz is away, but the rest of the members are really up. You get, so City has a fully fit team apart from Ruben Diaz. But the advantage that Arsenal should go on and really base on is that City has been conceding goals. And when you look at how they played against Tottenham Hotspur, it gives you a chance that if at all they go all out and do the needful, they can really shock City and really knock them out, because City is a team that has a same style of play that doesn't change. But Arsenal is a little bit more direct, and I think Mikel Arteta added a little bit of ingredients that Pep Guardiola has not yet added into his team. And when a team is on form, it's very hard to be stopped. You look at Arsenal against Manchester United. Looked like the game was done. You get? But from nowhere, in the 90th minute, Trossard comes on, releases Zinchenko. Zinchenko goes for a cutback. It finds Odegaard, Freddy into that contact. On a good day, if I told it was not a chance for Arsenal to win, that ball that Freddy taps in and really fights with Odegaard, it doesn't go in the vicinity of Edin Ketia. It really goes out or it goes to the goalkeeper. But obviously, it finds Edin Ketia into the back of the net. This shows you that this season is Arsenal's. Luck is written all over Arsenal this season. But luck also favors those that are really hardworking. Arsenal is a hardworking team, and luck looks like it's really favoring them again because of their hard work. Let's go to the predicted starting 11 that we believe Mikel Arteta is going to go ahead and really bring in this game of football of Arsenal to face a side known as Man City at Etihad. The game is going to happen tomorrow, and we will be here live bringing you the best that you guys deserve. Mikel Arteta has finally shifted to a system of 4-3-3. Remember, at the start of the season, he was in for a 4-2-3-1. That is Mikel Arteta, and here we go into the starting 11 of Arsenal. Now, that's the team that we played against Manchester United had the following: Ramsdale in goal, Ben White, Zinchenko, Magalhaes, Gabriel, Saliba, Partey, Odegaard, Xhaka, Martinelli, Nketiah, and Bukayo Saka. I believe there are going to be some changes because some players really need to be rested and others were not performing very well, and I believe they need to get themselves onto the merit of the manager to either really start again and to convince him. Now, if you perform very well, if you performed very badly the previous game, you get, then the manager has to go all out and really get in a player whom he brought on performed very well. Not so. That's what we call picking players on merit, and that has been in the DNA of Mikel Arteta ever since he came at a club known as Arsenal. Now, in goal, Ramsdale was in goal. He conceded 2 goals against Manchester United. I believe it's time for him to be rested. After him coming out and really breaking news that he broke his finger at the World Cup, and he has been really in goal for Arsenal when that finger is really injured. So, I believe the manager is really going to go in for Matt Turner in goal, because this tournament looks like is for Matt Turner. So I believe the manager is going to do justice to Matt Turner and give him this game of football, because these are tournaments that Matt Turner should get and really play for Arsenal, because I don't see him really coming in through and really playing in the Premier League. That's it. So it's the FA Cup and the UEFA Europa League. That's where Matt Turner is going to get some playing time for Arsenal. He's a decent goalkeeper, good on the ball, and he's really good at making saves. So I believe Matt Turner is really a very good goalkeeper to come in for Arsenal into this game of the 4th round of the FA Cup. When you go to the right back, Ben White came on through, tormented by Marcus Rashford, got a yellow card, looked like he was nasty. The manager took him off at half time and brought on Tomiyasu. I believe Ben White is not starting tonight, and this lad, the Japanese international, is going to play as the right back for Arsenal in the right back position of Arsenal. Not so, because when Tomiyasu came on through, at least he reduced the space of Rashford. He made it hard for Rashford to really go past him, though he went past them, I think, like once or twice in the second half, but he really closed down that channel, that left channel that Rashford was using to really exploit the Arsenal side. So I believe Tomiyasu is going to be rewarded by the manager to come in and do the needful. The other player is Zinchenko, played very well against Manchester United. And there is Kieran Tierney too. Rumors saying that Kieran Tierney might part ways with Arsenal in the summer. I've been saying this for a very long time, and I believe he's really going to leave. Do you know why? Nuno Tavares, I think he's 20 years of age, playing very, very well for Marseille. Mikel Arteta might really go and bring him back here, and I believe they might go in to sell Kieran Tierney out of Arsenal. But I believe Zinchenko is not starting this game. It's Kieran Tierney coming in through. That's it. Kieran Tierney, however much there is uncertainty of his future at Arsenal, I believe they are going to really get him out and start this game against Man City at Etihad. Remember, it's going to be Riyad Mahrez, I think, facing this guy. So it's really going to be looking great for a side called Arsenal. And those two are really great. Those fullbacks are really great. The problem that they face as Arsenal is that they are not all that decent going forward. They are not all that decent going forward, especially in the new system of Mikel Arteta. Kieran Tierney has some good crosses on him, but he doesn't cut into the half spaces as you see Zinchenko. But I believe Zinchenko will be on the bench if the game will require Arteta to bring on Zinchenko later. I believe Zinchenko will come on later, but I believe he's going in for Kieran Tierney to start, as he's fully fit and he's available to play. So, central defense, Yakub Kia coming in through, people talking about his debut. I believe it will be a massacre if you include him with the starting 11 of this game of football. He might make the bench. I'm not surprised. He might make the bench, and he might come on through and really play some 10-15 minutes if at all Arsenal is really trying to fight for its win. But starting him will be a massacre. And I'm going to be shocked if at all Mikel Arteta starts him in this game of Man City, because you are exposing him to a Haaland. You're exposing him to one of the best teams that has the best attacks in the world. Yet, he needs to get a slow start at Arsenal. So I believe he's going to maintain his central defense, according to me. He's going to play Gabriel Magalhaes on the left side of the central defense, and William Saliba is going to play on the right side of the central defense. That's it. So I believe that's how he's really going to go and really do the needful. Meaning that in the back four, 2 changes are going to be made. Tomiyasu for Ben White and Kieran Tierney for Zinchenko. For the midfield 3, I see nothing changing. However much Fabio Vieira, people are screaming for him to come in through. I believe this game is going to be taken serious by Mikel Arteta, because he knows if he loses against City, people are going to say, we told you City is the best team in the league. And I believe Arsenal won't take the trophy because they are going to lose to City. Because City has beaten them in the FA Cup, he's going to go ahead and really do it again. So it shows you that he's going to take it serious. With no midfielder delivered at Arsenal, obviously, Thomas Partey is going to be allowed to play into that single pivot. That is Thomas Partey in there for you, playing in the single pivot position. Then who is going to be playing on his other shoulder? On the left shoulder, it's going to be Martin Odegaard, Captain Fantastic, and Granit Xhaka is going to be played onto the left shoulder of Thomas Partey. But I won't be surprised if at all Mikel Arteta goes in for Fabio Vieira, and obviously Fabio Vieira and Lokonga, then he benches Odegaard, and maybe Odegaard comes in later. So I believe he might think it that way, but I don't see Mikel Arteta giving them a chance. The reason being, Arsenal is going to rest for more days without playing a game of football. If I told you look at Arsenal's fixture here, let me first look at Arsenal's fixture here. Arsenal, after playing tomorrow against Man City, is going to be the 27th. They are going to play next on 4th. And 4th is going to be when? 4th is going to be a Saturday. That is Saturday next week, meaning that they are going to rest for close to 8 days before they play their next game. So I believe Mikel Arteta will really take this serious. And obviously, he's going to bring that midfield. According to me, he's going to bring it because these players are going to rest for 7 days. Having played against United on Sunday, that's it. They've rested for how many days? 4-5 days. They come, they play this game, they get it done and dusted, and they prepare for Everton on the 4th of February. Not so. Let's go to the front three. Obviously, Bukayo Saka is going to start onto that side as a right forward for Arsenal, scoring a very good goal against Manchester United. He needs to lift his team and really take them back to glory days. And obviously, he's trying his level best. Bukayo Saka doing the needful. Let's talk about the centre forward. They have only one centre forward known as Eddie Nketiah. No other centre forward they've got. Jesus is out until 25th of February. And they've been lucky. Injuries have not affected them a lot into that front line. Now, the remaining position is really so much tricky. Martinelli, I believe in the previous 3 games that Arsenal is going to have to play, he has had nothing to offer. Let's be frank. That's it. Let's be frank. Against Manchester United, he had nothing to offer. Against Newcastle, he had nothing to offer. Oxford, not as much. So I believe that there should be a change, because when Trossard came on through and played 10 minutes, he really lifted up the game and took it to the next level. That was the gear that Arteta needed to elevate his team to really getting a win against Manchester United. So I believe Mikel Arteta is rewarding Trossard with his first full debut for Arsenal tomorrow. So I put Trossard onto the left attacking side of the midfield. So that is my predicted starting 11 of Arsenal, and I believe the manager Mikel Arteta is going to line up that way. If not, he can make 1 or 2 changes from the team that is really I've put up there, but I believe he's really going to be looking forward not to change very many players from the team I've really fronted out here onto the Rokani Media Football predicted starting 11 of Arsenal. So Man City has a record also that you need to be knowing, that City have won their last 9 home matches in the FA Cup, scoring at least 3 goals in every win and 40 goals in total. The only other team to have won 9 home games in the row, scoring 3 in the FA Cup history, is Blackburn Rovers between 1988 and 1985, a run of 12. So it shows you that this game is really going to be tight, because City is having a very good home record at Etihad. Then Arsenal lost their last FA Cup match against a fellow Premier League side, 1-0 at Southampton in 2020-2021 4th round. They've not lost consecutive such meetings in the competition since January 2010 versus Stoke and March 2011 versus Manchester United. So it shows you that Arsenal are really a good side of really not losing consecutively. And lastly, Riyad Mahrez has been involved in 7 goals in his last 5 FA Cup appearances for City, 6 goals and 1 assist, and has netted a brace in each of his last 2 games at Etihad versus Fulham and Chelsea in the 3rd round. So it shows you the level at which Mahrez is at. Now, I've been telling people a lot on this channel that you should consider a team that is really in full speed all in full action, all in full blossom. Arsenal is in full blossom. Every player is playing very well. He's playing the best football of his life. You get? Man City had that problem that most of the players had not yet gotten that cohesion and they had not gotten into full drive. But it looks like Mahrez has joined the bandwagon of Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne. You get? Jack Grealish looks like he's right. He's trying to put out some glances and cameos. Then Pedri also joining the bandwagon. So it looks like City have found their speed again. So Arsenal is facing City in a very difficult situation because Arsenal is on the high and City is also on the high because City is really looking great. That's it. So let's wait and see what is going to happen. But I believe it's really going to be a highly contested game. And I see City is having a high chance of winning this game. But I believe Arsenal also has a high chance because Arsenal has looked well when it plays away. By the way, Arsenal have been really keeping clean sheets away from home. And if at all City doesn't really take care against Arsenal, Arsenal might really shock them. Because if Arsenal scores against City, of which I know Arsenal is going to score against City, because if Spurs put 2 past City, Arsenal can also put 2 past City. Now it's going to depend on how Arsenal is going to defend. So the defense of Arsenal will really give them the win or not. It will be here tomorrow during the match reaction, and will be reminding you that I told you who is going to give Arsenal the win tomorrow. It's the defense, because the front three will score goals, but how many will the defense of Arsenal let in? That is where the game is going to be won. City, not having Diaz, are really looking vulnerable in that central defense. They are looking shaky. But Arsenal with Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes, they are really looking great. Their partnership is really great. One of the best partnerships, one of the best central defense partnerships in the Premier League is Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. So my prediction is simple. If Arsenal defend very well, they are knocking out City. If they defend very badly, they are going to be knocked out by City. That's it. I won't give the real prediction that the result is going to be 2-0 or 3-0, but I believe it's all going to be depending on how Arsenal are really going to defend. Because for City, they'll get you that ball, they'll bring it to you, and it's going to be Haaland versus Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes on a very huge tough test of the night. But I believe if at all Mikel Arteta gets his tactic right, he's really going to knock out this team because he has every weapon to take to City and really knock out Pep Guardiola. So reactions are welcome in the comment section below. That has been my match reaction here onto the Rokani Media Football. It's going to be a Trossard full debut of Arsenal. Thank you very much for watching in through. Your reactions are welcome in the comment section below. Your predictions too are welcome in the comment section below. Rokan David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, my lovely mates. I'm out. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. Bye-bye.